I'm glad I gave up on my dreams as a professional musician, and I never expected it to be the thing that saved me. Saying that out loud feels a little rebellious because we're taught that giving up is failure. That if you're really passionate and really committed, you would have found a way to make it work. But the truth is, I didn't give up on music. I gave up on a version of it that was costing me myself. If we haven't met yet, I'm Ellen, a certified life coach, a singer, a mother, and a lover of alliteration, dogs, and deep conversation. And this is the Contentment Creator channel, the show designed especially for creative entrepreneurs to dig deep to clarify your life vision, catalyze your creative flow, and fuel your entrepreneurial fire. So if you want to talk about building a life that actually feels like yours, please subscribe for more. This week's episode is a little different than our usual deep dive because I'm sharing a topic deeply personal to me, and I know to many of my listeners: giving up on our dreams. There was a moment, I remember it so vividly, when I auditioned for the Metropolitan Opera competition. And if you've been in that world, you know this is the thing you train for, the thing that validates everything you've worked for. And I didn't win. And what surprised me wasn't just the disappointment, it was how deeply it shook me. Because underneath it, there was this quiet realization: oh, this isn't about music anymore. This is about being chosen, being approved of, being enough. And somewhere along the way, my love for music had been replaced by my need to be validated for it. And that didn't happen overnight. It was conditioned. I had a teacher who was honestly manipulative and emotionally abusive. And what she rewarded, what she praised, was control, technique, precision. And what she tolerated was my artistry: expression, emotion, interpretation, the very things that made me me. And slowly I learned that if I want to be good, if I want to be accepted, I needed to prioritize the version of me that was palatable. So I did. I became hyper focused on technique, on getting it right, on being impressive. And piece by piece, I abandoned the part of me that actually loved music. And this is what I've come to believe: in the pursuit of excellence, it's often expected, sometimes even encouraged, that we abandon parts of ourselves to get there. Not explicitly, no one says it that clearly, but it's in the subtle cues. What gets praised, what gets corrected, what gets ignored. And over time, excellence stops being about devotion to your craft and starts becoming distance from yourself. We don't just learn how to be excellent. We learn what parts of us are allowed to exist. And here's the part that feels the most honest for me now. I'm not sad that I didn't make it. I'm relieved because I'm free. I'm free from trying to hold on to something that no longer felt true to me. I'm free from building a life fueled by people pleasing. I'm free from performing someone else's definition of success. I'm free to love music again. And honestly, the dreams I have now, my new idea of making it, feel more expansive and true to my heart and grounded in a richer, more full life perspective. And the surprising part of it is that I didn't find that freedom by pushing harder. I found it by letting go. So now I'm picking up a guitar as a beginner, which is humbling and uncomfortable and confronting in its own way, because all these patterns are still there: the perfectionism, the pressure, the voice that says you should already be better than this. I'm singing in genres I love for myself. I have my sights set on new kinds of performing, new kinds of creating. But something is different now. There's more space, more curiosity, more permission. And I think that's what I'm reclaiming. Not music as a career, but music as a relationship. So if you've ever walked away from something that you once loved, not because you didn't care enough, but because it started to cost you too much, I just want to offer you this. We're all failing our way forward in one way or another. Failing is required for all success that we seek. It's like endings and beginnings. They are one and the same. But What I hope that you hear in this message is that if you choose to leave one path for another in order to choose you, the success you will find on the other side far outweighs the feeling of failure you may grapple with. And maybe what you gave up wasn't your dream, as in the thing that you seek to become or do, but rather the version of it that required you to leave yourself behind. And there's every possibility that with some space and time, you'll find your way back to it, not as who you were, but as who you are now. If this resonated, just sit with this question today. Where in your life have you been taught that excellence requires you to abandon yourself? And what might it look like to choose yourself again? And with that, we've come to the end of today's episode on the Contentment Creator channel, where we looked at what it's really like to quit on our dreams or examine what it would take to stay with it. Whether you caught the whole episode or one of our segments, either way, thank you for making it all the way to the end, and I hope you are subscribed so you don't miss another episode. Join me in my mission to turn a world full of content creators into a world of contentment creators. Bye, y'all.